This thing is getting way too big now. Look at it. It has a turret with 2 Bertha cannons in it. It has twin tracks on either side, and it's just massive. It's so big. Some things that I do need to change though. I want to go ahead and change this back end to make this look a little bit nicer. We're going to go ahead and decorate this bit and possibly add a ladder on the back as well. We need to have a way into this, and honestly, I don't know how. I don't know how we're going to get into this thing at all, but we're going to try and figure that out. The next thing after that, we're going to try and figure out if we can add an anti-aircraft gun onto the top, because I think that would be pretty awesome. So, let's go ahead and get straight to it, shall we? Alright, so, first thing that I'm going to do is actually grab a cannon itself, turn it around, and put it back in. We're then going to do this one, cut it, flip it around, turn it around, paste it back in. We're going to merge this with this with this, and we're actually going to go ahead and delete these guys and shove them on the top instead. As long as they are the right way around, which indeed they are. So, put that one on there, connect those guys together, if we can. There we go. So that goes there, and that goes there, and that's all good. So now when we spawn it in and we go inside, well, it's not going to be inside, if that makes sense. Because before, it was coming through here, and it was inside the tank. We don't really want that. But now what that means is, it's actually on top of the tank. I don't actually mind that. I think it's kind of interesting. So I think I might leave it like that. Alright, well, next thing then is a pivot, because we're going to add ourselves a velocity pivot to the top, and this is where we're going to build the anti-aircraft cannon. It is going to be located right there. I think that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and build a little platform for it. We'll go backwards 3, forwards 3, and I guess sideways 3 as well. Alright, very good. We're going to go ahead and add a little way in, and we're going to box off around the outside, just like this. And like this. There we go. We're then going to go to tanks. And I'm actually going to weirdly add a bunch of tanks to this thing. Because, well, I want to. That is literally the reason. However, we're going to do it slightly differently. Because we're going to do it in this color. So 1, 2... actually, maybe if we start on the inside. There we go. 1, 2 right there. 1, 2 right here. These guys right there. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and go up by another 1. Like this. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just build these guys in like this. Okay. I know it's a little bit strange, but that's what we've got. Excellent. They're supposed to look like sandbags. Okay, well, I mean, what we've got is kind of cool. However, I think I've built it a little bit small. So, I think I'll actually extend it outwards a little bit, and backwards a little bit, and maybe forwards a tiny bit too. And then we'll start building the actual cannon. Okay, so, this is it. I've gone ahead and extended it out sideways a little bit, and, well, I've got a bunch of fuel tanks around the outside. What I really should do is go through all of these and get rid of all of the diesel in all of them. And that is going to take me a very long time, so I guess I will do it, but, yeah, I'll do it. I don't want to do it. I will, though. Okay, so I've done all that, and before we get to actually building the cannon, we're going to add a way up, because obviously, if we can't get up to it, well, there's no point, is there? So we're going to go ahead and chuck these guys right here, and I'm actually going to leave it open underneath these. I think that looks pretty cool. So currently, we can actually climb up the side of the turret. We can obviously climb up here, but what we can't do is get to either of these decks anyway, from anywhere else. So we're going to have to add a way to get either inside the tank and then up onto here, or we add a ladder on the back. And honestly, I don't mind the idea of just adding a ladder. So let's do it. Here we go. Ladder down the back end. We're just going to go with 1, and it's going to go right there in the middle. I'm going to delete these guys as we go down. There we go. And I'm just going to attach it all together on the way up. There we go. All right. From there, I'm going to attach these guys on. We'll do 1 and 2, and that's it. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm also going to actually delete this guy. I'm going to shove that onto there like that. Delete these 2. And I'm going to shove this guy into here and here. That looks better, I think. Okay, so, next thing then is actually the cannon itself. So, we're going to build this out sideways. And I'm going to build like a little mini platform for it to go on. Because I feel like that makes sense. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and attach this onto here. In fact, I'm going to do it this way up. There we go. 1 and 2. And then we need to somehow build the cannon onto this. So we're going to need a seat of some sort to control it. Which I guess is going to be like this one. There we go. And we're going to be sort of sat in it, I think. I don't know. I'm never very good at building cannons that fit nicely. I always build them really ugly. Like, really ugly. Anyway, what we can do is build this up from here a little bit. Okay. We're going to get ourselves a HUD. And I'm going to chuck that, like, directly on here like this. There we go. And then I need the actual, like, cannons. So, let's get a pivot. There we go. We're going to get a robotic pivot. Chuck it on there like this. There we go. Okay. Wait, is it this way around or is it this way around? I don't know. That's fine. And we're going to attach these guys together, including this bit in the center like this. There we go. Alright. We're then going to go to auto cannons. And I kind of want to use light auto cannons, to be honest. Let's merge that guy with that guy. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have these. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. You know? Oh. Maybe I'll put them there. Well, that's too far forward. I actually wouldn't mind them being quite far back, to be honest. So I might do this. This is unusual for me. But we're going to do that. We're going to get ourselves the autocannons. And I'm going to chuck them... Oh, I can't do that. It has to go there. Alright, well, if it's there, that's fine. I guess. What if we have 4? Oh, okay. And then, I guess the ammo could be below. I don't know, so far this isn't really doing it for me. I feel like this looks very strange. Okay, I'm about to do something kind of weird. In fact, very weird, but... I'm essentially just going to attach 2 flexible thingamabobbies onto there, 2 flexible belts. They are going to go in the floor... and I'm gonna have all of the ammo inside the turret. Yes. Is it weird? Yes, it is. But essentially, I'm gonna go ahead and get some autocannon ammo, some large drums, and I'm gonna chuck them in here. So, we'll actually shove one somewhat centrally. We'll then build them out to the sides, and I'll chuck that onto there. So there's one. And then, should I do it again? This is a really ugly way of doing this. This is an incredible... Oh, what in the world? That is horrible. Because they're not even, are they? Is there a way to do this that makes it look alright? Alright, I'm gonna have to do that. That's fine. Alright, so... Grab this guy all the way to there. Cut it. Move it inwards. Paste. Okay, take it to the other side and we'll paste this one here. And that's fine. Alright, cool. Chuck this guy onto there. Awesome. Merge these guys down. Merge that guy down. And connect these guys together. So one at the front, one at the back. One... I don't know which one was which. Oh, now I have no idea which one was which. But hopefully that's fine. That is so ugly. That is so ugly. Oh my goodness. I'm sort of not bothered that it is ugly. However, I think it could be better, couldn't it? Like, I could do this a little bit differently. I just don't know how differently I want to do it. The fact that we can spin all the way around is kind of cool. But it's kind of annoying that these reach out so far. Because if we look inside, what does it look like in there? Oh my, there's some sort of madness going on in here. If I put an angled piece here, it won't actually reach out as far there. And I think that's what I want. Okay, so here they are. Let's angle it upwards, and we are actually just going to go ahead and chuck it straight up. I don't know if there's an issue with doing it like this or not. Like, I actually don't know. I'm going to delete down like 2. There we go. Chuck that on there, chuck it on here. Let's send it across by like 1 or 2. Oh, it has to be... Oh no, we can do that. There we go. And then chuck it up from there. So 1 and 2. Excellent. We then grab these. Bam, bam. We connect those guys together again. That one at the back. That one at the back. That one at the front. And that one at the front. Okay. And then we need to actually give these guys ammo. So it's going to be high explosive on both of them. There we go. High explosive on that one. High explosive on that one. High explosive on that one. And this one. And all the rest of them. I don't know if I need a feeder or anything like that. I'm not actually entirely sure. But we'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay, right, cool. So that goes into there, and then we should be able to fire. Okay. Let's have a little look. See if it looks better for one. And, oh, I mean, it does look a little bit better. It's still ugly, though. It's still incredibly ugly. Anyway, fire. Oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. She's working. She is working. Beautiful. Okay. I'm currently shooting at the other tank. And, yeah, she's doing damage. Obviously, it's not for shooting at tanks. It is for shooting at aircraft, but that's fine. Alright. I don't know. This looks too weird for me. This looks far too weird for me. Okay, I've changed it up a little bit then, because I've actually angled these guys down so that they're at the bottom. I feel like that just makes sense. But what I'm going to do now is add extra barrels onto this. I just think it makes sense to do that. So, hopefully that's all good. Another thing that I kind of want to do as well, just as a side note, is actually raise these up by one. So I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it up there. I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing. And actually, maybe we'll leave the middle bit open. Yeah, that could be fine. That could be fine, actually, couldn't it? I'm going to do this right here and this right here. I feel like that works. Okay, I'm also just going to go ahead and add some railings real quick. This just makes sense to do, so we're going to chuck a end railing right there. I'm going to chuck a railing right here, an end railing right here, and an end railing right there. Which is kind of strange, but there you go. Anyway, go to railings now. Yes. And we're going to start adding some extra bits. So that's going to go in there like that. Very good. I'm going to do that guy right there. And I guess I want one of these right there. Somewhat centrally. Okay. Yep, there we go. Do I want to do any railings on the front? I don't actually think I do. I don't think so. Alright, so now that these guys are actually pointing down, is it a little bit better? Is it a little bit nicer to use? Yeah, I mean, they don't get in the way as much, and that's pretty much what we need. We can still aim up as much as we want as well. Yeah. Wait, only one side's firing. Why is only one side firing? Is it actually a problem where these guys are actually joined together and therefore causing issues? Is that what's going on? I think that might be the case, because maybe it feeds one way. I don't really know. I've never really had a problem with that, I don't think. Let's go ahead and start firing again. Oh yeah, now they're all firing. Excellent, yes! Beautiful. That is awesome. I think I'm going to change the color. I always do this, but I do think changing the color makes sense here. Bam. There we go. It's going to be like desert camo. We are currently in the desert, so I guess it does make sense. Oh, she's pretty. I think this is very pretty. I do feel like the barrels should be a little bit longer, though. On the berthas, at least. All right, let's do it. So we're going to go with 1 and 2 extra pieces. I feel like that's long enough. Yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, look at that. It is now more deserty, which is kind of cool, and I think it looks pretty awesome. The thing is, though, I do think this little bit right here looks very weird. So I'm going to try and sort that out real quick, and maybe change it to be a little bit different. Yeah, probably a little bit different. What I also want to do is add a way to get into the internals, so I think I might start adding like a door here, and maybe a door here, so that we can get in the back side, although maybe not. I also want a door on the front as well, just so we can actually get inside there as well. So, let's go ahead and add some doors. I'm also going to go ahead and make the floor, in most of these areas, a different color as well. Alright, so, what I'm going to do then is make the floor this color, which is actually the same as the sandbags, because I think that makes sense. Does it make sense? I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and make that all the way around there. That's all good. We're going to do this layer, and maybe that'll be fine. I wasn't thinking this would be the color I would use, but it is the color we're using. Now what I want to check on the back is what this goes to. Yeah, we can't have doors here because, well, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. This is literally the engine. So we need the door to go on the front. Also, why is this color? I'm going to go ahead and paint this a different color because, well, I don't think it should be this color. There we go. Alright, paint that all the way around the sides. Go ahead and jug it in the middle. We're good. Okay, so, how do we want to be able to get into this? Well, Maybe a door right there in the center is going to be okay. I don't know. That feels wrong. Anyway, door. Let's go ahead and shove a door on the front, which is like the worst place to put it in terms of a tank. But whatever. All right, there we go. Shove that on there. Shove that on there. Attach it together at the top. There we go. Okay, it could be like a hidden door, so you have to actually like duck under here to get to it. I feel like that actually makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, how about we do actually do that? There we go. I'm going to check that right there, and there, and there, and there, and then let's see what that looks like. I know it's going to look weird, but let's see if we can actually use it. All right, so coming around the front, yep, it's a very weird door, but we can actually jump inside, and that's all good. All right, I'm going to try and sort out this area so it doesn't look so weird, and we'll go from there. Obviously, my driver's seat is there as well, so what I might do is add some stairs here, and then maybe some stairs from here up to there as well. All right, let's do it. So, let's just fix that bit in right there. And I'm just going to chuck that from there across to here. And that's all good. In fact, let's delete this bit real quick. And I'll just do this. All right, very good. On this piece, we're just going to allow it to come down. That's okay. And the floors on the inside are going to be a different color as well. I might actually just go with the green or the gray. Yeah, that works. I feel like that's actually quite a nice color for the floor. So we'll do that all the way around. And then we'll actually do it up here as well. There we go. And I'm going to do it up here as well. Hopefully that hasn't gone to the outside. It doesn't look like it has. So that's perfect. Okay. We'll also do it up here as well because that makes sense. And that piece. Okay. So, we've gone ahead and painted those bits. Let's go ahead and paint this bit right here and that bit right there. I'm going to add these guys to the sides. There we go, and there we go. And I'm going to paint those right up like this too. Bosh and bosh. And did I not do that on this side as well? I need to do that. Okay, so now that we got that, let's add some stairs. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this correctly, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and attach this guy onto here. I'm going to do it in dark gray, that's fine. And then we just got to make these guys go down. 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay. That's not actually too crazy. And then we start from, like, here. I need to go out by 1. There we go. So we start from, like, here? Oh, I need to put it there. Alright, there we go. Shove that on there. That's fine. And then we just build them up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. These stairs go way too far forward. That might still work. It might still work. Check that on there. That's fine. Sure. Alright, so I've gone ahead and added these little angle pieces right here. We're going to go to rails and we're just going to shove these guys in. So an end piece is going to go right there on both sides, obviously. We're going to do pretty much the same thing down here as well. So actually, let's do this down here too. Delete these pieces and this one. There we go. Delete those pieces and just keep adding rails. Although actually, no. If we leave those in, we could just use the incline bits and that'll actually be fine. Yeah. Right? Is that correct? I think it is. So, all we need to do then is go to rails again. Which bit is it? It's these ones, I think. There we go. So 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's fine. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then we can put an end piece on here. And then, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do the same right here. All the way up to the top, pretty much. Yeah! There we go. We need those incline bits. Let's go ahead and do it. Bam, 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 bam. Bam and bam. Excellent. And then these ones all the way up there as well. I do think the color of these should probably be different, but it is what it is for right now. All right, shove that on there. Shove this one on here. We can now get up to there, which is perfect. We're then going to attach this guy to here and here, and I'm going to connect those together because, well, it just makes sense. There we go. So now we can't fall off here and die. Ooh, this isn't quite right, is it? Because that one needs deleting, because this needs to go down to the floor, where this can go down a little bit more. There we go. I need to get the right color to paint that again. There we go. And then we need to actually attach these guys together, otherwise it doesn't really make that much sense. So that one goes there. We're gonna delete this guy, shove that there, and then we attach them together like this. Aha! Very nice. Okay. We're also just going to go ahead and paint these little bits like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, and that's sort of fine for now. Not the best interior just yet, but I think it is sort of correct. I kind of like it a little bit. Yeah. We're obviously going to have to do something here. I think I might even get rid of most of this. I don't think we need all of these. Yeah, honestly, I am going to get rid of these. And we're going to change up this bit of the... I almost called it a ship. Which it almost is. It almost is a ship. But yeah, I think we get rid of this. I don't think we actually have the ammunition here at all. We'll just have the ammunition in the turret, and that's it. Okay. I should probably mirror all of this, because it's easier then. But that's fine. Alright, delete all of that. Delete all of this. There we go. Delete these guys. And we'll actually shove these guys back in. Yeah. These are our supports that we no longer have, but we do. I don't need this either, do I? Yeah, that doesn't need to be there. So we'll get rid of that. Shove that guy in there. Do these guys going upwards as well? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and delete this piece too, because that doesn't need to be there, and this bit doesn't need to be here either, which actually means we now need to add more of these going around so that it works better. I don't know how to explain it any more than that, but yes, you know what I mean. Alright, cool. So, angled piece, shove that on there. We're going to get one of these, I'm going to bring it sideways, and we're going to do this. And that's fine. There we go. Angled piece right here, attach that together. And then back here, next to the engine, we're going to do this piece too, all the way to the end. And I'm going to bring this way. And I think I might actually delete these guys. Have this piece come out a little bit more. Have this bit go up. And just do this right here. And then that'll look a little bit more normal. I think. Yes. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and rail these guys together as well. Okay, in this color. And attach them together. Boop. That's fine. Okay. I might even just... Oh no, that has to go this way. Then we can go this way. And we can do... I don't know, like this, I guess. And then once we've done that, we can add some ladders going down so that we can actually get to where we need to get to. I would have preferred stairs, but ladders will do the job anyway. Alright, there we go. Good. I wasn't actually expecting to do any interior today either, but we've done it. We then need a way to get upstairs as well, so that's going to be done via a ladder too. Oh boy. Oh boy. How do I do this? So, we're going to have it lean over a little bit. There we go. We're going to do... I don't know. I actually don't know. It'd be nice if I could actually get to the edge and do an angle there, but I can't. So this is going to have to stay as is. And we're going to add ladders in here. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Ladder's going to go on this pit, and it's going to go down into the tank. Yes! Alright, delete a bunch of these. Delete a bunch of these. And that's how we're going to get into the turret. That seems crazy, though. That honestly seems very crazy, but it will work, and it allows us to actually get up here. And then once we've got that, we're going to add more railings. Of course we are. So, let's do it. Rails, here we go. We're just going to get some end segments, attach them onto there like this. In this color, I guess? Yep, there we go. So, end segments, please. Chuck them on there. And we're actually just going to chuck it to here. We don't need any other ones up here. We're just going to do these guys. And hopefully that's fine. Okay, as for the cannon, as I said earlier, I wanted to change it a little bit. We're going to try and sort that out now. So from around there to there, nope, to there, we're going to delete, and we got to sort it out. I don't know whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, but we're going to go to Bertha cannons. Corner, outer, inner, it's this one. There we go, we're going to chuck that on there. We're then going to chuck this guy on here. Like this. And then we're going to attach that together, and hopefully that looks better, but I just don't know. I don't know if it will. From there, we're actually going to go ahead and box these off a little bit as well. So if I could do this kind of thing. Oh yeah, we can. We actually can. Beautiful. We're going to do it. There you go. So chuck those guys on there. Chuck these guys on here as well. Do this bit backwards to about there. Oh no. Oh yeah, this brings its own problems. We won't really be able to aim downwards very much. But we're not going to aim downwards anyway. Okay. That's fine. We will still be able to aim upwards, I think. I could be wrong. But I think we're good. So attach those guys onto there. Bring it backwards a little bit. Delete those guys. Attach this onto the sides. And we're going to do this sort of thing. And then we got to attach all that together. And then we got to do it right here as well. And I'm just going to attach it to the floor. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a bunch of business. And hopefully that's fine. I don't know though. Alright, there we go. Shove those guys in these little bits. There we go. There we go. Zoom that all the way up to there. We're going to do this bit on the back. Same right here. And the pyramids. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to use some pipes to attach these guys together in some sort of weird way. Alright, there we go. Bam. And here as well. Bam. And then we're going to get some rocket boosters. Or rocket fuel tank thingamabobbies. Chuck those in there and there as well. And that looks kind of interesting. We're also going to add some sort of support with these guys. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. Alright. I think that looks better so far. But if I now spawn it in and it comes out of there, that might look really ugly. It does a little bit, but I don't think that's too bad. And then it obviously goes through here. That's fine. We'll keep that. Alright, so far then, the interior looks like this. Of course, we can see the tracks. That is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I think we're going to go ahead and put some beds in here. This bit needs changing. I accidentally did that. That's fine. As well as that guy right there. Accidental mirroring problems, but that's okay. Getting to the engine, we can actually do that now, and we can walk around it. And fix it if we need to. I'm happy with that, actually. That's very good. Let's go ahead and turn the turret. And turn around and see what that looks like. Walking up here is a bit hard now, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and start spinning it. And now that it's spinning... Oh yeah, because it doesn't go all the way around. It only goes to there. Yeah, no, that's all good then. The ladder makes sense. Beautiful. Okay, I'm really happy with this. I do think I want to add more detail back here. We're going to change this bit up quite a bit. I'll make it look a lot more different. And I'll probably do something with the turret too. Turret still looks very strange to me. Okay, well now that we've done the modifications then, let's sail it into the water and let's see if it still floats. Alright, going in. Have I left any bits open anywhere is the question. Wait, actually, is the turret open anyway? It is. The turret is open anyway, so realistically, if we ever get into a storm, it could come in... water could come into the tank, if we are not careful, through this hole, because this isn't sealed up here at all, because these are open to the elements. Ah, okay. The other thing is, now that we've added more length to the cannons, it does lean forwards quite a bit more. But let's be honest, it is still floating, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, let's load some ammunition into the cannons. There we go. Look at it. It's going around the angled piece into the breach. And then we can fire it. I should probably put some default in here, but that's fine. Alright, here we go. Let's fire in 3, 2, 1. Fire! Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, good. Unfortunately, we can't really aim down, but that's neither here nor there. We won't need to aim down that much anyway. Unless we were going over a hill, of course, then you'd need to aim down. But it is what it is. Okay, so, more details need adding to this thing, but now we have an anti-aircraft gun on the top. We got ourselves a nicer looking top end. We have a bit of an interior, which we will continue with, because I want bedrooms in here. I want, like, an equipment storage bit. And a bunch of other stuff in there. And this being the only way into the tank, I don't know if that makes sense. So I might add an escape hatch on the side somewhere as well. That could be pretty good. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever the heck this was. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.